How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, guys? Welcome to the Zach Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Avalas Wasa. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for all the support. I love you guys. Thank you so much. God bless. Follow me on my socials and explode the channel, please. All right. Time to talk about some absolute heinous, horrible, fun, heartbreaking, and bewildering games that have happened over the last few days. These are the other Game 4s. I told you the Game 4s of 4 games the last episode. These are the next Game 4s that happened. First, we are going to get through it quick. He got murdered by 55, okay, by the Cavs. We get swept. I don't want to talk. I mean, this game is not even good to talk about. We got murdered by 55. We got down as much as 59. Every problem that we've had for the last 2-3 years showed up. The lack of superstar scoring, the lack of defense against inside bigs, the lack of any type of creation from the perimeter, the half-court offense that is awful beyond compare, the fact that if we don't play zone and if we get breaks down, we get absolutely cooked one-on-one. Yeah, we have to blow it up. It is what it is. Shout out to the Cavs. They have a legit shot to win it this year. I believe that most people are picking them as favorites over Boston. If they meet, what I believe they will meet in the conference finals. So people are definitely tuning in. Evan Mobley is that dude this year. He won the Defensive Player of the Year. Ty Jerome is a great compliment. So is DeAndre Hunter. You have guys like Max Strus, Sam Merrill. They all hit threes. Dean Wade. Isaac Okoro playing defense. You have Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, who was hurt this game and didn't matter at all. It's just Garrett Allen. I think it's time for the Heat to blow it up. Don't bring a KD. Maybe bring a Giannis. I don't even think we have enough. We don't have enough to even try to go after Giannis like the Rockets can. OKC, who has the best chance probably if they want it. The Spurs. But it's sad. It's sad that this is the end for the Heat, and this is the end for a while. I believe the East is getting way better. I think that Detroit will be good from here on out. The Magic will be good from here on out. I believe the Hawks have something cooking with once Jalen Johnson gets back with Dyson Daniels and Trae Young. I think that they are possibly better than us, even though we beat them in the play-in. So very, very disappointing for the Heat. But we knew this was going to happen. We're not going to have a good draft pick either. So, it's all bad for us. All right, then the Warriors go up 3-1. Okay, take a commanding series lead at home off the back of Jimmy. Jimmy dropping 27. Well, 23 of those were in the second half. 14 of them in the fourth quarter. Just closed it out. They really wanted to defend Curry. They only held them to 12 shots and 17 points. Just really tough defense by Amen Thompson. They're hitting his thumb. That's hurt. But the Warriors got 27 from Jimmy, 26 from Pods, 16 from Buddy. And just down the stretch in the fourth quarter, this is what happens. The better, more experienced team takes over. Amen Thompson had a good game. He has 17. You had 31 of 10 and 5 by Sengun, 25 by Van Fleet. He went 8 for 12 from 3. I mean, took off. But they got no bench scoring. Jimmy with 27. You got Curry with 17, 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. Buddy Hield was 3 of 9 from 3 with 15 points. Podziemski's 26 points with 6 of 11 from 3, 9 of 18 from the field. They get 13 from Quentin Post off the bench, 4 of 11, 2 of 7 from 3. They shoot 37% from the field, so the Rockets did hold them, but they shot 42% from 42% from the field, 37% from 3, and then the Rockets really shot well. They shot 48% from 3 and 49% from the field. But down the stretch, what makes the Warriors so good is just that end of the game tight. They only turned over the ball 8 times in the game to the Rockets 13 times. And 109, 106, it was close, but they got it done. Okay, 3-1. Going back to Houston, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But 3-1, you should be able to do it. But since this is an older team, the superstars are a little older, anything like that. If they come out slow, foreshadowing, if they come out like kind of tired or not disinterested, but just don't absorb the first punch in game 5, then you understand why they're going back home. They know they can close them out. They're the better team. Okay. So then the Pacers eliminate the Bucks in OT. I mean, this game, you don't want to talk about heartbreak. Try having a lead in the 4th. Tyrese Haliburton with a layup ties it. You go to overtime after Giannis misses a turnaround fadeaway that he shouldn't have shot. He should have passed it to AJ Green at the top of the key and let him with a wide open 3, and maybe they win. And in OT, you have a lead of 8 with a minute 30 to go, and turnovers, blow-bys, allowing people to take threes like Naismith and Nembhard and Tyrese. And then with literally 37 seconds left, you're up 1. Or you're up like 3. You allow a 3. They get up 1. There's 10 seconds left. Or, let me see right here. I'll tell you guys right now. There was, when everything started, there was 117, 111 with 43 seconds left. 118, 111 with 40 seconds left. Nembhard, 33-footer. 118, 114. Tyrese Haliburton, driving layup right by to the cup. 118, 116. 17 seconds left. Tyrese makes AJ Brown makes a driving layup. He fouls Tyrese. It's a 1-point game, 118, 117. This is where it happens. Gary Trent Jr., after hitting 4 threes in OT, scoring 12 of his 33 in overtime. AJ Green gets trapped after the half court. Instead of just getting fouled or holding onto the ball, he passes the ball to Gary Trent. It goes through his legs, out of bounds. And with 1.1 seconds left, Tyrese goes directly at Giannis. Blows by him, gets the layup. A heave from Gary Trent Jr. from 62 feet is done. Boom. 4-1. Damian Lillard with a torn Achilles, and possibly Giannis out of there. Really balanced scoring from the Pacers. I mean, the Giannis 30, Portis 14, 33 from Gary Trent, 19 from AJ Green. Kevin Porter gave him 11. Like, they got everything they could from the starters. Shot 48% from 3. I mean, but Siakam gave him 10. Naismith gave him 19. Turner gave him 21. Nembhard 15. Tyrese 26. 18 from TJ McConnell off the bench on 7 of 11 shooting. They only shot 36% from 3. And when it comes to from the field, they shot both 46%. But if we go to the turnovers, the turnovers. 17 turnovers for the Bucks. That's a killer. 12 for the Pacers. There's the difference. And then rebounds 45 to 40. Okay. Well, that's defensive. What about overall rebounds? 53 to 45 Bucks, and they still lost. Absolute disappointment for the Bucks. No Damian Lillard. I think Giannis, like I said, OKC, Spurs, Rockets. Like, there's some people that would have a lot to give for him, and then of course like the people like the Knicks, Miami, people that can get into the margins there, possibly the Lakers, but they really don't have anything to give, and they don't have the luxury tax either. So, but Pacers move on. Look like a tough team for the Knicks or the Detroit Pistons. We shall see. Actually, since they're the Pacers were the lower seed, Bucks were the 3 seed. Let's see standing. No, playoff bracket. Why do I go to standing? We have Cavaliers Pacers. So it's gonna be a run and gun. It's gonna be based on the Cavs defense versus that Pacers run and gun offense. Even though that Cavs offense is nasty. Let's see if the Pacers can play defense against them. They have some good matchups, some bad matchups. Miles Turner and Jared Allen. Possibly take Jared Allen out of the paint, but you still have Evan Mobley. The 2 big lineup, which I could see Thomas Bryant playing a big role in this next series for the Pacers if they want to go double big and match that. Although, I mean, Jared Allen is a non-shooter, so is Thomas Bryant. So I guess that they could work like that. But very, very, very interesting series coming up. All right. Detroit wins Game 5 by keeping Hart and Brunson off the court in the final minutes while the time was passing by and no stoppages happened. And then they forced Tom Thibodeau to call a timeout. But by the time that they called the timeout, it was already too late. Unfortunately, it was already too late. Pistons won 106-103. They didn't lead the whole game, but they had leads throughout the game. Tobias Harris gave them 17. Asar Thompson, both twins had really good game 5s. Asar Thompson goes 22, 8 of 10 from the field. Tim Hardaway 8. You get Duren with 9. You get from Cade. You get 24, 8 and 8. You get 14 off the bench by Schroeder. Malik Beasley with 10. And then as for the Knicks, you get 17 from Miles Bridges. You get 19 from OG. You get 17 from Karl Anthony Towns. 5 of 14 shooting is abysmal. Jalen Brunson goes 4 for 16. He scores 16. Josh Hart goes 7 for 13. He scores 15. And Robinson scores 13 off the bench. So you get everybody over 15 points in your starters. You got a 13-point game from Robinson. You hold the Pistons to 28% from the three-point line, 42% from the field. You shoot 36% from the three-point line, and shoot 43% from the field, and you still lose. You still lose. And the play-by-play at the end, man, it was rough. So entering the fourth, it was 77-74. Close game. But the Detroit already had the lead. Coming out of halftime, it was 49-50. So it was a close game all throughout. And then when it went wrong, it was 87-85. 87-87 with 6:53 left after Jalen Brunson makes a 15-footer. Then Jalen Brunson gets hurt, so does Josh Hart. They go to the bench. Then with 5:01 left, Cade Cunningham makes 2 free throws, 92-90. Kate Cunningham makes a 3-pointer, 95-90. Miles Bridges makes a 2-foot layup, 95-92. Then you get Karl Anthony Towns with a 26-footer, 95-95, 3:25 left. Jalen Duren gets a dunk off a Cade assist that was wide open, 97-95. Then you get Miles McBride in the game for Brunson. That's because of the ankle. Then you have Cameron Payne go in for Josh Hart. That's because of the knee, I believe. Tobias Harris blocks Karl Anthony Towns' 12-footer. Then Karl Anthony Towns blocks Cade's layup. So it's 97-95 right now in favor of the Pistons. Then Jalen Duren makes a 2-foot dunk, 99-95. Miles Bridges misses a pull-up with 2:08 left. Kate Cunningham makes an 8-foot jump shot, 101-95, and then right there it started to get. This is when they were trying to get Brunson and Hart back in. Nothing happened. Cameron Payne missed a driving floater. Kate Cunningham, Tobias Harris missed a 6-footer. Miles Bridges misses a 3-pointer. Karl Anthony Towns blocks Jalen Duren. So it's still 101-95, but it's 1 minute left. Miles Bridges makes an 11-footer. It's 101-97, 4-point game. And then Ausar Thompson makes a 1-footer layup. Knicks call timeout. Jalen and Josh Hart enter the game. Dennis Schroeder enters the game. Miles Bridges makes a 23-footer. It's a 3-point game. And then Dennis Schroeder gets fouled by OG Anunoby. It's 104-100. OG makes a 26-foot three, 104-103 with 7 seconds left. And then Kate Cunningham gets fouled, makes the 2 free throws. It's 106-103. And then Miles McBride misses both free throws because he gets fouled. So it would have been 106-105. And then that's it. It was over. Knicks get an offensive rebound but kick it out to nobody because he had to miss the second one in order to get the 3, but nobody was there. And that's the end of the game, unfortunately. So then we go back, and that's what happened now. It's 74 Knicks, Detroit 69, 7:27 left in the third. Malik Beasley has had a great game. Brunson had a great game. I'll have to look at the highlights again of this game because I'm doing this for you guys. But yeah, so then we go to Nuggets, Game 5. It's 2-2, and Nuggets take a 3-2 lead after a 43-point virtuoso performance, 8 3-pointers from Jamal Blue Arrow Murray, with Jokic with his 21st triple-double in his playoff career, third behind LeBron and Magic Johnson. Also, 43 points from Murray, 8 3-pointers. Amazing from the field, just really consistent, really reliable, just the Murray that we saw when they took the championship in 2023. And also, the Clippers just couldn't muster up a response to Murray. It was every single time Clippers even tried to make a run, it was Murray. Boom, 3-pointer. Murray in the lane. He just kept them really at bay. Nuggets have a chance tonight to close it out at LA. I think they will. It's Murray's 6th 40-point game of his playoff career, most in franchise history, passing Nikola, who has 5. In 70 playoff games in his career, he has 6 40-point games. In over 500 regular season games, he has 6 40-point games. So he's just a playoff riser, one of the highest bumps from from regular season scoring to playoff scoring in NBA history. Actually, number 1. Just incredible from Murray. It was absolutely incredible to watch that kid play, man. Ever since Kentucky, that guy's a shot maker, big shot taker. Ice in his veins, doesn't care, off the bounce, off the DHO. off the catch, any which way, going to the rim. He dunked on a transition, which means his knee is fully healthy, which is how you want Murray to be. You had good games from Michael Porter Jr. It was 131-115. They won by 16. Really nice. You had only 20 from Kawhi. You had 27 from Zubac. 11-15 shooting for Zubac. You had Chris Dunn with 15. Norman Powell with 12. James Harden with 11, which is awful. 18 from Bojan Bogdanovic. But they held him to only 38% from the three. They shot 52% from the field. But you get 23 from Aaron Gordon. 7 of 11. You get Michael Porter Jr. with 14. You get Jokic with 13, 10, and 12. Murray with 43, 5 and 7 on 17 of 26 shooting and 8 of 14 from 3. And Brown gives you 11 on 5 of 8 shooting. And 21 from Westbrook. He was really big in the first half, hitting 3 threes, 8 of 15 from the field. 21 points in 25 minutes. Really good from Russ. They shot 52% from 3. They shot 56% from the field. Just absolute massacre. And it was really enjoyable to watch. I think it's going to be a closer game now tonight. But overall, I think the Nuggets have enough. I think Murray has another really good game. If not, it's going to be Mr. Jokic in that regard. But I think that overall, I think the Nuggets just have too much, and they're going to come to close it. I don't think they want to go to Game 7, even if it's at home. But Clippers are going to come with desperation. But James Harden's a liability in the playoffs, so we'll see how he comes out tonight. As long as the Nuggets control the glass, I think they should win. Celtics Magic. Celtics win the series 4-1. Celtics win 120-89, and the only thing I'm about to say here is they got absolutely annihilated once Paolo got his 5th foul early in the third quarter. They went on a stupid run. Tatum scored 37. Showing out that he's the superstar of that team, obviously. You get 25 from Wagner, but only 15 from Banchero, 19 from Banchero, and nobody did anything else. You get 35 from Tatum, 8 assists, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 10 of 16 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3. You get 23 from Jaylen Brown, 9 of 18 with 2 of 4 from 3. Sam Hauser gives you 10. Pritchard gives you 10. And you get 9, 9, and 5 from Horford, Porzingis, and White. But they forced Magic to shoot 21%, 38% from the field. Forced them into 30 billion turnovers, I believe. Yeah, actually, no, only 9 turnovers. I thought it was a lot more. I thought it was a lot more. But they only shot 68% from the line. The Celtics shot 88% from the line, 54% from 3, which is insane, 57% from the field, and only had 8 turnovers. And I believe they controlled the glass to, let me see, rebounds 44 for the Magic, 38 from Boston. They just three-balled them to death at the end of the day. That's all they did. All right, then we move to Rockets Warriors, and like I said, the first punch was thrown by the Rockets, and by the end of the first quarter, this game was basically over. By the end of the second quarter, this game was definitely over. You only got 7. You got 7 from Draymond, 8 from Jimmy. He started 0 of 8 from the field. Curry started 0 of 7 from the field, 4 of 12, 13 points. Buddy Hield gave him 4. Podziemski gave him 8. 14 from Kevin Knox at the end of the game. Moses Moody scored 25, but that was at the end of the game. They cut it down to 13 in the late fourth quarter with 6 minutes left with the bench, and then the Rockets inserted their starters and basically just finished the job. Warriors only shot 34% from 3, 42% from the line. They had 49 rebounds to 39 for the Rockets, but it was the turnovers, it was the fast break points. I mean, they killed them. 14 turnovers for the Warriors, 12 for the Rockets, but the Rockets they got a virtuoso from Amen Thompson, goes 8 for 12, 1 of 1 from 3, 25, 6, and 3. Dylan Brooks went 7 of 13, 2 of 7 from 3, 24 points. Sengun goes 6 of 9, 15 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. Van Fleet goes 26 points, 4 of 6 from 3, 8 of 13 from the field. Jalen Green goes 3 of 8, 2 of 4, 11 points with 8 rebounds. They got nothing from the bench except Aaron Holiday with 9. And Jabari Smith Jr. with 7. I mean, it wasn't really competitive. They were up by 30 at one point. At halftime it was 76-49 at halftime. I mean, it was over. You know, the Warriors pulled their starters in like late third quarter, and you know, they lived to fight in Game 6, rested tomorrow, ready to end it. And then to face in the next round the Minnesota Timberwolves. And not because of Ant, although Ant played a critical role playing good defense and keeping the energy up, but he went 0 of 11 from 3. This game was all Rudy Gobert, 27 points, 24 rebounds, both career highs. Joins company with Wilt, Jokic, Wes Unseld, just really like legends of the game. With that type of box score in a playoff game. Randall gave you 23, and in the fourth quarter, it was all Randall who closed it out. Him and Rudy Gobert closed it out. Mike Conley hit the big 3 to basically pull away. It's 103-96 was the final score, but it was closer than that before it got to free throws. Jaden McDaniels only gave him 8, but great defense. Rudy gave him 27 and 24. Anthony Edwards gave him 15, but 0 of 11 from 3, 5 of 19 from the field in 43 minutes. Naz Reid only gave you 3. DiVincenzo gave you 9, and foul trouble up the wazoo for everybody. 6 fouls on Jaden McDaniels. He fouled out with like 3 minutes left. 4 on Rudy, 4 on Julius Randle, 3 on DiVincenzo, 3 on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Nickeil Alexander-Walker gave you 10. But yeah, man, when you look at this Lakers team, they went small. They didn't play Jackson Hayes. That's why Rudy had his way. He had 9 offensive rebounds. They shot the worst three-point percentage in the history of playoff basketball. 15%. They went 7 for 47 from the field. From 3, did the Wolves. Worse than that Rockets game in Game 7 against the Warriors back in 2017. They shot 40% from the field. But you look at the Lakers get 7 from Finney-Smith. Rui gives you a great game, 5 of 8 from 3, 23 points, 9 of 16. LeBron goes 9 for 21, 1 of 5 from 3, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Luka goes 7 of 18, 2 of 8 from 3, gets hurt, his back gets hurt. LeBron bangs knees. Luka gives you 28, 7, and 9. Reeves gives you 12 on 5 of 14 shooting, 2 of 10 from the field. Maxi Kleber played because he didn't want to play Jackson Hayes. Vanderbilt, you get 6 fouls from Finney-Smith, 4 on Doncic, 4 on Reeves. But where it was bad is the 15 turnovers to Minnesota's only 11. And then the rebounding battle was won 54 to 37. Just annihilation by all sense of the imagination, and 18 to 9, right? Or 18 to 8. 18 to 8 offensive rebounds. Bye-bye Lakers. LeBron says he doesn't know if he's coming back. He's probably coming back. He's not leaving like that. Luka needs to get into the gym. He's not played defense. They're saying Ant is better than him now because he plays both sides of the floor. And in the West, you're going to have to play both sides of the floor with SGA, Ant. I mean, the Nuggets are a different thing. But you look at AD, Kyrie at least gives you effort. You have the Rockets with Sengun and Amen. You have defense. You have stars that play defense in the West. Kawhi, so Luka better get into the gym. It better, follow LeBron's footsteps and, want to get better at the defensive end and be in shape. Yeah, I told you guys that you guys were flawed. You didn't want to say it. You said Lakers in 5. Classic Shannon. Well, you got Ant-Man, Batman, Superman, Wolves in 5. That's what Ant-Man said. Except he said Lakers in 5, but he was just laughing. Yeah, man, Ant was great this series. He didn't have a great last game, but he was great. He's knocked out. He swept KD last year. Went to 7 with Jokic, beat him. Only lost to Luka, and now beat Luka and LeBron in 5. Now to face Curry, most likely in this next round. And then if he wants to get to the finals, he's going to have to knock off SGA to get to the finals. And if he gets to the finals, and if it's against Boston, I don't think Tatum wants to see this kid. He's 23, and his resume is definitely rising. Great defense by Rudy. Great defense all around. They called a lot of fouls, but you expect that in LA. In an elimination game, you expect people to get called fouls on ticky-tacky stuff because they want the Lakers to stay. Didn't happen. Didn't matter. Just great by the Wolves, and they move forward. And yeah, that's it, guys, for this episode. I love you guys. God bless you guys. Enjoy the games that are coming up. I'll be breaking them down, of course. I'm also going to start releasing NASCAR, Formula One. I need to get back into baseball. I've kind of left it because of the playoffs. And then, of course, you got the NFL with what is Aaron Rodgers going to do, and how teams are going to start to shape up before training camp and OTAs and all that. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And as always, I leave you all with the outro.